Hello, this is Mark and this is a video called On the Mindset of Evil Rulers. It's well accepted that people in high places are nuts, okay? In fact, they're insane. And it's predicted, okay? And the reality is there's people like the Illuminati and all kinds of really high-powered people who have a truly evil mindset, okay? And it's been there since basically Nimrod, okay? To show is Hitler, okay? Hitler openly said that he did God's work, okay? Otherwise, God would stop him, okay? And it's well understood that he was doing the Second World War of Albert Pike's manifesto, okay? Now, the reality is George Bush openly made the claims that he was doing God's work by attacking or by planning or attacking Iran because it says so in the Bible, okay? Now, there are real examples of this, okay? And another big example is Richard Nixon, okay? He declared the war on drugs, okay? Because in 1 Timothy 4 it says there that near our end times we will be ruled by hypocritical liars who forbid people to partake in certain foods given by God in thanksgiving. Now, everybody knows it's stupid to have pot illegal, okay? It's nothing but conflict and strife and period. But you know what? That's exactly what it's for, okay? It falls back to a belief in the Bible that Jesus promoted, and he said that, you know, we will end up where we hate what we've become, okay? And we will just can't stand ourselves, and that's why we will have a rebellion, okay? Now the reality is that their twisted logic is, you know, we live in a society that could be comfortable for everybody and be lush and plush and pleasant for everyone, but you know what? You know what? It just, how on earth could Jesus come back unless people were revolted by what they've become? And the only way they're going to be revolted by what they've become is by being prodded there. And that's what the higher-ups are doing. They're prodding people for a rebellion, okay? Another example of they read the Bible and they do what they do, okay, is the RFI chip. The RFI chip is predicted in the Bible as, oh my God, it's one of those signs of our end times. Oh no. Well, you know what? The reason they're pursuing an RFI chip is because it was written in the Bible. Because they want the end times to come. Now, it gets really screwed up, okay? Now, the reality is there are several prophecies that outline that Herman Dooyeweerd, the guy who I, say I'm the one after him, he started doing his stuff at the time as Hitler. And those people knew, the great philosophers, these higher-ups and legal scholars, and knew of him very well because he called himself a legal scholar. And there's a passage in Luke 11 that chastises them, you legal scholars who did not understand. You could not reach it on your own, but you stopped people from doing it, from attaining it. Okay, and the reason they did it to Dooyeweerd is because it was written in the Bible. It's not that upholding God's creation wasn't the answer. They got it. Okay? But the fact is that they can't come up and say, hey, we're such nice guys, after 500 years we found out the answer, that's it. No, they're waiting for a rebellion, okay? Bottom line, the only way authority can invoke a rebellion is by being revolting. Okay? And the prophecy basically says, you know, it's very clear. The prophecy twice, once in Isaiah and once in Romans, it says that once the rebellion happens, that they will be commended for it. Okay? And in Romans, it's even more. They says, you know, the one who places his faith in the messenger will never be put to shame. And the reality is authority can't really pass a decree and say, we authorize people to start a rebellion now. They can't even do it on the underslide and say, you know what, we got to start a rebellion, because it's not really a rebellion unless it's created through an uprising, okay? And that's what I'm saying to authorities right now, okay? Is they all did it so that the message of the new covenant would come, okay? They really are trying, and they will destroy the world if someone doesn't rebel against them. And I think they'll believe. I think they'll accept, because the people who hold the instruments in Ottawa are the people who hold the rod, okay? Now, the instrument holders are key, because they really are the ones who hold power to arrest an Attorney General, or arrest a CEO of Elections Canada, or a Chief Justice of Canada, for that matter. They actually have the constitutional power, because they were given the power upon a king. And you know what? I really don't think if these instrument holders, or any of them, the instrument holders of a city, can do this. The mayor has this scepter, you know, the mayor and his servant have the scepter. And in the legislature, they also have a scepter and an orb and all of these instruments. And all the instrument holders can go arrest an attorney general who's breaking the law. Every one of them has the right to go arrest an attorney general. And as to what the Bible says, you know, when the truth is revealed, evil will scatter. Okay? Why? Evil is actually waiting for people to get off their ass. Actually, someone in authority who can arrest them to get off their ass. Okay? The reality is in the case of BC, a guy called Wally Opal changed the law that said that instrument holders no longer had the power to do anything, and now the instrument holders are acting like, oh, since that's the law, I can't do anything. Well, no, the same guy who told you to do shit, you know, to change, you don't have the power, is the guy who broke the law. So, well, there is no excuse, okay, other than it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, because, you know, in this mindset, they actually want a rebellion, okay? Why else would they be so revolting, okay? And the reality is they know the messengers around. That's me, okay? Why? Okay, right now, it says in the prophecy that they'll just get worse, okay? And they're making... In the United States, they're saying to people that you can't grow a family garden, you can't grow organic food, you can't trade in food. You know what? They're trying to be revolting. Okay, why? Because the prophecy says these hypocritical liars will forbid certain foods given by God in thanksgiving. Well, pot's one of these certain foods, but organically grown food is also one of these, okay? They're going to ban vitamins. They're going to ban oregano. They're going to ban... Oregano oil got banned here in Canada. Okay? It's ridiculous. And it's all because they want to be so revolting as to cause a revolt. So someone out there, as I say in my article to the Masons in my website, you know, please, could someone go start a revolt before they blow up the world? Because they really will. They're hell-bent for thousands of years to destroy the world in order for the creation to happen. And we uphold God's creation. You know what the message? We will inherit the earth. And the only thing that's stopping it is a rebellion by people in authority. Okay? And I get rather passionate about this. And I'm not saying for people for a revolution. No. No, you know, we Canadians are simply not revolting, okay? It's a rebellion that needs to be done. And actually it fulfills Romans 9 and 10, where it says, it will anger a nation to our south who have no understanding. And the men of the Nineveh, which as to Luke 11, the men of the Nineveh will rise in indignation at the fact that we have let dead things rule the world. And on that, I'll have a less passionate video about what I'm going to do in Ottawa and the here-tos and therefores on my next video. And until then, may you live in interesting